So, last session, it was high spring, the rainy season, all across Dunhollow. And the four of you at the time had recently arrived in Fasgrufjord, which is a village in the north of Hjarvardenhold. It's on the edge of the fens and swamps, and there are quiet people led by Halfdan the Old. And the four of you have been offered 10 silver each to head into the swamp to look for Bodvar Sigthursson, a local Huskal who had gone out to make a pilgrimage to the Nafenstone, which is one of the cairns of Dunhollow that exude great power. And you know this one is like used in a ritual of naming children. You sort of go and speak the name of your child to the stone for good luck. But he's been gone for a long time, and so you four were sent out by Earl Halfdan the Old to find and bring back Bodvar to his family. You took the boat into the swamps, heading for the Nafenstone originally, and you arrived at the stone to find a camp of 3 elves, 2 women and a child. The women have bows and axes and looked very scared when you showed up, but you managed to kind of talk to them, and they told you of a witch who had been hurting the forest with blood vines and whose coven is trying to do some great evil. And they think that they are the one who has taken Bodvar, the witch. After that, you travelled on across the water, the big lake in the centre of the swamplands, to an island in the middle of it, where you spoke to Mother Fen, who was a witch who has some sort of fortune-telling abilities, and not everyone went in. But some of you did, and were given tea, and she read Runa's fortune, and Runa was told that her fortune is defined by the phrase, "A snake kills a rat, but the mouse escapes." And she also asked you to bring her some Dead Man's Climb, which is a herb. And she says she will give you some silver and a healing stone. And so you were told that it can be found just in the bogs to the south, which is kind of where you are now. So you approached there and found yourselves in trouble, as you're attacked by several small frog-like creatures called Vodyanoi, who regurgitated acid and generally caused a great deal of pain. But as the result of that, Einar and Runa grew more powerful as they sort of learned some lessons about life and themselves. And so everyone kind of licking their wounds took a little bit of a rest in the swamp. And now you all are free to do as you will. I just realised it's probably helpful for me to put the map up, isn't it?
Probably. I found I did have some notes on the bottom of my character sheet. I have something here that looks like it was a prophecy. It might have been Ina's. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember who got prophecies, but it says 3 shadows follow you. One will leave, one will die, and one will find their way home.
Yeah.
I think the witch gave you that.
Yeah, that's one of the witch's
prophecies.
prophecies.
For me, not for the group, then.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I also have it down as like dead climber, and I actually have it down that we will level on a long rest in the notes, even if it doesn't say that in the rules
And I
that we're using.
think, Dan, I can't remember properly, but I think your character and mine had worked together before.
Yes,
Yes,
you two knew
I
each
was
other.
your protector,
That's right.
your shield man in this case or something.
Okay.
We had
I was
some
trying
past.
to. It's coming back to me. It's been like
Okay. I
6
also have here
months.
that you had horrible. You got horrible acid burns from the drowners, as I've
Oh.
written here, but you managed to heal it, so you had no ongoing effects. I think you were affected badly by the acid during combat.
That's
And I also have down that much acid for Einar. So I think I got, but because of my shield or armor or something, I didn't get as badly affected.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm.
They were unpleasant.
Yeah, they were rough. Alright, well, you're sort of all standing in the knee-deep swamp water. But are free to do as you will.
These
No.
little frog creatures didn't have anything on them. Yes.
Yeah, no, they had nothing.
Do we see any of the herb that the uh, witch Mother Fen was requesting?
Make
Did not
me.
search since I have savage and it's useful for scavenging. So it says.
Okay, make me a wisdom test. Anyone? Let's say Liam. Galach can do that at or with +2.
I've got here
It's
that
3d6, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That the dead climber or whatever, dead man's climber, is green and only grows on dead trees. And also a note about looking for witches: follow the sun. Blood vines don't like fire.
I got. Sorry.
No,
I got an 11.
I got a 9, and that is my wisdom. So I'm met. I'm not sure if that's a success or not.
Yeah,
I got
that's
an
a
11,
success.
which is one higher than my wisdom.
That's a fail.
I got 11, which is 3 higher than my wisdom. So
Liam, I did say you had a +2 though, so your wisdom is +2 for this roll.
Oh, sorry. In which case I got an 11. In which case I got a
An 11, and I believe your wisdom is 10.
9. My wisdom is 10. Or my wisdom would be 12. So I got
Yeah,
9,
your
my
wisdom's 12.
Sorry, yeah, I forgot how
Yeah.
it works.
So you succeeded.
Cool.
So yeah, you guys you find some dead man's climb kind of sitting wrapping itself around some of the dead trees of the fen, like almost as though they'd strangled them to death and are feasting or living on the corpse, sort of macabre way. But you're able to gather a good amount.
I've
Have
added
I
it to my
encountered this
sundry.
before? I think I may have asked that last session. I can't remember. Have I encountered this kind of thing before? Or is it kind of exclusive to this area?
No, you may have, yeah.
Do we know what this is usually used for? Like what its properties are?
Yeah, so I'll say we'll have another wisdom test for that actually.
I'm just saying, looking at my prophecy, the witch prophesies Jade leaving, so part of it is true.
Amazing.
Ready.
It is.
Oh my god.
Is a 7 success. 2 under.
Wisdom, yeah.
Yeah. And you have
Oh,
+2 again.
Shit.
I
rolled 2 6s and a 4.
No.
My wisdom 10.
Yeah, you've never seen this before. But Runa, yeah, you know that it's used in a lot of like magic rituals. It produces like particularly acrid smoke. That's very useful for sort of combination with a lot of other, more intoxicant plants that allow for altered and heightened states of being.
Mother hen wants to fly. Mother Finn, even.
I was gonna say it was Mother Finn.
It was funnier. It was funnier if her name was
funny.
Finn.
It was funny.
But
Mother Fen wants to high.
Let's not feed it to any chickens.
no, that would be a very bad idea.
Alright.
They would start laying their eggs on rooftops, I think.
I think you find many chickens here. I don't smell chickens, do I?
You do not. Alright. Well,
Were we trying to search for these witches? Because I had that note about looking for witches, or
yeah.
was-
Yeah, so
Yes.
you were told, you asked the elves, whose names were Skartil, Nathra, and Miri, had they seen Bodvar, and they said Bodvar has been taken by some kind of evil witch, who you think, and they sort of pointed across the water. So I don't have one of C's fancy pointers, unfortunately, but in the center of
island.
on the center of 1.2.1 is where you started. Like that's where the and
The Mother Fen was in that little
Yeah.
island, and we are now currently up.
you're in sort of 1.2.3 and 2.4. Yeah, you're kind of in that bog there. And the elves sort of pointed on the other side of the lake, so 2.5 and 2.7 are kind of the roughly where they were telling you to go.
So where did we land just now? Like we're on the edge of one of those.
Yeah, so-
Connecting 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 4.
Yeah, you're
No, that's where we started.
no,
we
you
went to
started
the
in
island.
1.2.1. You
Well,
went to
basically
the
south of the island, I think, on the south bank.
yeah. I need to get one of
Oh,
C's
okay.
magic pointers
I
because
thought we needed. Yeah, you just get a, Google transparent cursor and get PNG, and then you upload it as an image in your OBS, and then it's just one
No.
that you move around.
I get that, but like it's a lot of effort.
Or it's just like a red dot, just something transparent.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be fancy. I thought we were heading towards the cave. What was there?
Yeah. It didn't work.
Nah, no.
That-
because
it
you have to
was-
actually make sure it's transparent.
It's
not
a
just an image of
transparent PNG,
transparency.
apparently.
Can I just add that I hate that?
Yeah, me too. Anyway, yeah.
Or you could put
Okay.
it in roll 20 and you could just ping where we were.
Okay. I could also share my screen and draw images, but there we go.
Sure. Are we roughly south of where that hut was?
Okay, so so you started in 1.2.1.
Yes.
You went down to 1.2.4, which is what that island. Then you're now on the south side of 1.2.4, right? In that swamp that's in 1.2.4 and 1.2.3. You transferred just into 1.2.3, and you're around about that like the sort of 3 spiked hex marker in between 1.2.3 and 1.2.4 in the swamp is kind of where you guys
Yeah,
are.
the southeast of 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. Southwest.
I thought we were heading towards the sun or the setting, or I thought we were heading towards the cave.
Yes,
Wasn't
so
the direction we were given?
that's where you've told is you were told to go 1.2.5, 1.2.7, but you
Right.
decided
So why are we over
you
here?
decided
If I
to go
remember
down to
correctly,
find
We went this way to get the Dead Man's Climb.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because there's more bog over this way, therefore there would be more chances to get it, as opposed to over on 125, where there's a bit of bog, but probably not a lot.
Yeah.
If I remember right,
Okay.
that could be wrong, but that
That's
makes the most sense
pretty
in my
much
head.
what it was, yeah.
Okay.
Now that we have it, we can
Okay.
take it back to Mother Hen.
Fen, do we want to do that now, or do we want to wait until we are done with this place?
Crossing
I
back
don't
to
think we should.
125.
I don't think we should waste any more time.
That's probably a good idea, actually.
All right. So you guys paddle back across the lake and arrive back on Mother Fen's lovely island.
No, we are heading towards 125.
Oh.
Yeah, we're just heading straight there.
Oh, right. Sorry.
We can get that on the way back.
Yeah.
Quit
Right.
railroading us back to your witch.
I apologize.
We are progressing our story, not dropping off the side quest. There is a time crunch. There is a dead man, or possibly soon to be dead man.
Okay.
He won't climb.
So, as you approach the eastern bank of this lake, your nostrils are kind of assaulted by a very sickly, horrible smell that just seems to pervade everything here. It's like old blood and dung, a scent of viscera that like clings to the leaves and trees like foul decoration. It actually becomes quite hard to breathe, like as you kind of step out of the boat, and you're like, imagine you sort of like cover your mouths and noses with whatever wrappings you have, but the smell remains sticking to your clothes like contagion. But you arrive seeing like some kind of small woods, but a large kind of open area. Much of the ground is sort of stained like reddish and black, with long kind of dried and ruined blood.
Can we see the cave at this point, or is it kind of this long, winding path?
Yeah, it's kind of the cave is kind of sequestered in the woods a little bit, so you can sort of see the path to it. But yeah, it's sort of around that outcropping of wood.
Sure.
You said the blood was black, right?
Yeah, it's old.
Can I get a sense for how old?
Yeah, make me an intelligence test.
Savage gives me useful for butchery. I don't know if it applies, but I figured I'd shoot my shot.
I will say sure. +2 to your intelligence for this roll.
Intelligence. Oh, I rolled high again. Why can't I roll this one other time? Oh, no, I failed. My
Yeah, you're.
intelligence is 6, and I rolled a 6 and then more dice. So even with the +2, it didn't really help.
Yeah. So yeah, you.
Black and
yeah, and it's kind of like squelched into the mud as well.
Mm-hmm.
For
Give it
sure.
a sniff, and then I'm like, too long.
Yeah. For sure.
It's not recent anyway.
What would you guys like to do? Head up the path? Just leave?
Bye.
Fuck your campaign, Rob.
Yeah.
Seems an awful sign like this will lead to more awfulness. So let us go.
Slowly and carefully and stealthily.
All right. If you're planning on going,
I will spend 2 of my sorcery points to cast Shade Cloak on me and my allies.
Also, I noticed that I have the trait Vigilant, useful for hidden things and noticing that which wishes to stay hidden.
I also have Stealthy, useful for hiding and thinking things that are not yours.
Oh, good.
You hide with a -4 for 30 minutes.
that's okay. We need to update the spells.
Sure.
For the new lingo, that's a +4. It works out the same, but we were kind of codifying all the lingo. So
yeah. Add 4 to your stat, and then you roll under that.
add 4 to
Yeah.
Dex. Yeah. If you
And
could make a note of
because-
that, see, that'd be dope. Thank you.
Liam has stealthy as well. He gets another
Another
+2.
+2. Yeah. So you've got
Yeah.
+6 to your Dex for this roll, Liam. Oh yeah.
I was updating my character sheet in
No probes, no probes.
things.
You don't have to if you don't want to. Like, no worries.
There it is. Because I closed out of it like a moron. It could be that the verbiage is correct in the document that you shared, but whenever I copied and pasted it.
Okay.
I'm in the dock. I can go look for it.
Thanks, buddy.
Sorcery was it in?
Shade cloak is dark.
No, it is elf. I think.
I don't. It doesn't seem right, but it could be.
Oh yeah, shade cloak. Sorry, it's does that annoying thing where it's like shade cloak is the only thing on the column. Yeah, it says -4 still. I'll add a comment.
Shade cloak applies to Jade's character as well, correct? Okay, then she passes.
Willing creatures. It's Dex, right?
Yeah, she would have failed if it weren't for that. So.
I rolled a 9 on a 17.
I got a 6 on a 11.
Very nice.
So, I would have almost failed had I not done the shade cloak.
Everybody passed it.
Yeah. I'm trying to add a comment.
Oh no.
Pulling up the window. I'm sorry.
I
Dan.
didn't.
Oh.
I had to roll under a 12 with the shade cloak benefit, and I rolled a 14 because I seem to remember my character failed absolutely everything.
Yeah, you're not very good at rolling low.
Terrible.
Dan, you're.
I remember I was cursing not being a scoundrel.
I mean, in every game, Dan, you seem to be really good at rolling like high medium. You know,
I would say, yeah. I don't
like
usually
the
roll
14-15 is where Dan Barnes lives. Yeah. Whereas I'm very much a natural 20 or natural 1 kind of person. Liam's a natural 1 kind of person, and C's a normal person.
Particularly low, unless I need to roll high.
Yeah.
Unless I need to roll low, in which case I roll high.
Yeah. Right. Well, 3/4 of you succeeded, so not a problem.
Obviously, having the medium, I think the medium armor might have actually given me a deficit anyway. That I'm just now remembering, but. He's a heavy boy with his shield and everything. It makes a lot of noise.
Yeah. For sure. Well, as you kind of travel up this path, you manage to be pretty...
made the comment, by the way.
Thank you, buddy. Managed to be pretty stealthy. And you begin to see the cave kind of come into view. But sitting at the mouth of the cave, you see... a disgusting sight. A gigantic creature, matted fur and bulging blubbery fat covering its body, and it would stand 15 to 20 feet tall if it could stand. There's like a brown, kind of almost downy fur, like kind of dusting its shoulders, like covered in months-old blood and filth. It sits its back with its back pressed against the forest, and fat like bulging between the branches like butter in a net. Its stomach is huge, and it rests atop its jiggling thighs as though greyish mottled skin of its stomach is not enough to hold it up alone. You see its face is puffy, and these huge jowls like hang from its many chins, and vile spots and pus-filled boils cover its face. Its nose is long and drooping, and its tiny eyes are sequestered behind big kind of walls of bulging fat that are embedded in its cheeks like seeds in bread dough. The shaggy creature is just sitting there in its own filth, long arms, hanging with loose flabby skin, and these bulbous fingers like reaching down for something. You see picks up rather daintily this corpse of a goat, and the troll lifts it by the horns, holding it above its mouth while beads of sweat run down its brow. The troll has this like long yellow nail on its thumb, and it slices it along the goat's stomach, letting the blood and innards like spill into its waiting maw. And then this troll's like long and prehensile tongue whips out of its mouth, round up any errant droplets of blood, before it lowers the goat into its mouth and bites down indulgently. It sucks the meat off its bones and crunches through the skull, pulling away the horns like leaves atop a lingonberry, and it discards the broken antlers to one side, joining a pile of bones and horns, ever growing. It reaches down for another morsel, this time a still living lamb, which it swallows with relish.
Eep. Has it noticed the group because of my failed stealth check?
No,
or
it has not.
it was succeed? Okay.
Yeah.
Also, medium armor does give you a -2 to stealth, so I was actually
You
yeah, 10.
really failed.
by 4. Yeah. I looked at the others in like silent affirmation of, are we doing this? Like, are we doing this thing?
Galak already knocked an arrow. And is looking down the line of it to try and get a good shot at its neck.
When we rested, the short rest, did that give us our HP back?
Yes.
So I would be on a full 6, not the 14 I would have if after long resting due to leveling.
I think you did take a long rest, did you not?
In the banks in a swamp? I have it distinctly written down the short rest.
Okay.
Yeah,
then you.
Think we would
Yeah, so
spend
you.
a night in a swamp.
You roll your.
I did, but you said we didn't get level benefits until we long rest.
Oh, right.
You said at the end of the session.
Yeah.
But then you kind of changed your mind because we were doing playtest things.
Yeah.
You wanted us to be level 2.
Right, okay. I mean, I'm quite happy for it to be end of session. Because that means I have 14 hit points, right?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, you have 14 hit points.
Okay.
And don't forget to raise up some of your stats.
I did.
And in regards to boosting stats, you look over at Runa and she lays a hand on your shoulder, and she uses another sorcery point to cast Strengthen. And so he what's your guy's name? Einar feels his muscles go bulgy and kind of like creak under the leather as you are filled with invigorating strength.
Like when Popeye just eats spinach.
You get I guess it is now a +2 to your strength for the next minute.
Strength. Okay.
Strength.
Strong. So strong.
Given my starter level path ability +2 to melee attacks, that means I have a 16 now.
Oh boy.
Am I level? So I should actually hit something.
Keep dreaming, buddy.
Sigh.
Right. Well, and then that is me.
Alrighty.
Although I do have a question, because you
course.
have like the stuff for scaling for the enchanter, but like nothing is italicized in the spells, so I don't know what I'm scaling. If I wanted to.
Yeah. So I've just realised you're right. It's not italicized. Basically, it's the last word in the spell's description. So it'll be either duration, range, unique, or damage, I believe.
Or duration is a lot. So what is the duration of cast?
So yeah, I think that's
italicized in the Google Doc.
yeah. I think it's because it got copied over to the thingy. It's not.
Yeah, body strengthen. The last thing in the strengthen spell is close. So
I'll say that this one, it would be a close target, so I don't have to touch somebody to make them strong if I was. But okay, cool.
so yeah,
Yeah,
if you scaled
so-
it up, it would be near or whatever.
For example,
Yeah.
a spell that has duration scaling modifier and lasts for a minute normally will last for 2 minutes if cast with an additional sorcery point, or 3 minutes if cast with 3 sorcery points.
Okay.
Yeah, and it also has a
Cool.
modifier that's wrong because it's on the negative. So
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah.
I'm just going to edit the comment that I made for the dark sorcery because it's near the top, and just say have to
Yeah.
go through all modifiers.
Yeah, for sure. All
Okay.
yeah, and if you could note down the scaling thing as well, then that'd be really helpful. Thanks. Just in the same note works.
Yep.
Thanks, man.
Just the
Okay.
general note, work on spells, which I think was a note from
Update
last time.
Yeah, maybe. All right. Well, the troll, you see, kind of begins sniffing the air, and kind of like huffing and turning its body, like either side, making like these loud like grunts.
Before it gets to its feet, ideally, I would like to make charge up there and attack. Basically, if other people are ready.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I could get at it at a side or behind or anything, ideally, but
Yeah. So this thing isn't gonna try and get up. It is like stationary, pretty much. So you can sort of get to wherever you need to be. Vesela is kind of chasing after you to join the fight.
very well.
Yeah.
Could
As soon
we
as
have?
I've got a clear shot at the neck and going for it?
So you can all we'll roll initiative, and then you can all have like a surprise round, and then we'll go.
What is initiative again?
No, it's your dex minus 1d6.
Your dex minus 1 what?
1d6.
D6. So you roll 1d6, take that away from your dexterity,
Yeah.
and that's
So,
what you will be in the
Jade's dex is 8, and I rolled a 6, so her initiative is 2.
Mine is also 2, no, 3, because I have a 7, rolled a 4, so 3.
Mine is 11, rolled a 1, so I'm 10.
Mine is 8, minus 6, unfortunately, for a 2.
Oh no.
So incredibly slow.
Gotta get used to the new muscles.
I roll so many 6s in this game.
Mm.
This is makes me sad.
You gassed yourself out because you've got too many muscles now.
Yeah. Mash crush. Alright, Kayla, you're up first.
Quick clarifier. I have in my medium items. I have 18 arrows, but then in brackets I have 10. Like beside it. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know if that means I have 10 arrows left, or if that's another thing. Because below it I have longbow, but in brackets wielding.
Yeah, probably 10 left.
10 left. That's fine. I couldn't remember. And as long
Yeah.
as we're all clear on
I think you're keeping track of them.
Cool. Let loose my mighty feathered stick with a point at the end. Is that
Do
just
it.
a
Yeah,
do I
so
get any
you
advantage for
see
being hidden because of stealth?
yeah, you get +2. And you can see you have a ranged statistic in the top right.
Yes.
So 13 you're trying to beat.
Oh, brilliant. So 13 I'm trying to beat, and I
Yeah.
rolled a 4.
There's doubles as well. If there's doubles there, then that's
There
a
are
crit.
doubles, there's double 1.
Cool.
Okay.
That's a crit.
Yeah, so you deal an extra 1 damage.
An extra 1.
Yeah,
You
so
deal the damage that you did in the double dice.
yeah, so if you double fives,
Oh,
you do
yeah.
+5 damage. If you triple
So that's
fives,
5
you do
damage altogether. I rolled a
+10.
4 plus the 1 for 5.
Okay.
So it's harder to get in a higher damage crit because like it's a more
I like that.
reckless or wild attack.
I
Yeah.
like that as a mechanic.
Yeah.
And then triples you get 2 times what's on the dice.
Yeah, so you if you roll triple fives, you deal +10 damage. Yeah, so you let loose this arrow and it strikes into the fleshy face of this troll, and it lets out this great bellow and like thrashes its long arms from side to side, like twisting its head, clearly in discomfort, but still looking as dangerous and vile as ever. It will regenerate, as trolls are wont to do.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and is going to gain all that health right back. And then it is going to
Are we not in a surprise round?
oh, you are. Never mind. It doesn't get to do its regen then.
I wondered if the regen was part of a reaction, but then I was like, then you're like anti, and I'm like, wait, hold on.
No.
Wait a second.
Hold on a moment.
So who's next in the surprise round?
That would be you, Mom.
All right. And remind me, am I allowed to concentrate on 2 different spells at the same time? Because I have strength and Einar, but if I did something that has an ongoing effect,
Yeah,
would
there's
he lose the strength?
no.
It's not in the stuff.
Don't think so.
Okay, so I can do whatever I want.
I think because there's so few spells.
Yeah.
Like you get
Okay.
like a day, you can do that.
Okay. Then I am going to use some more of my sorcery points. Let's blow them all. And I'm going to cast Bramble Bind to call forth branches of whipping thorns to wrap around the target and try to grapple him. And I'm
I
going
like
to
it.
channel myself. So it succeeds on the sorcery with a 9.
Okay.
Under 13. And that's going to do 2d6 damage. Ooh, that's going to fly off for 5 points of damage as vines come whipping up out of the ground and like pierce into his muscles and his booty to keep him pinned to the ground. And he has to make grapple tests to avoid being pinned.
Indeedy.
And whatever disadvantages come along with that.
I've also made a note about not having to concentrate on 2 spells at once in the introduction for sorcery.
Yes.
I'll shine you.
Good call. Bramble Bind.
That's my go.
Alrighty then.
I tell you about.
Trying to see
So
what.
that it says the target has to make a grapple test to avoid being pinned. Did you succeed at that? Or?
He is grappled right now, so I don't know.
I will go and try and find where the grapple rule is mentioned.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for that too.
Yeah, I
It's
am
not
also.
anywhere easy.
It certainly is not. I mean, that's what I was saying.
Where you at, grapple? Where you at?
Yeah, it's. I actually don't think it's in. Yeah, it's not in this doc. How strange. Yeah,
Yeah.
my grapple rules are dope. So. Do you know what they'll be? They'll be in the. In the playing the game rules.
That's what I'm looking.
No.
Yeah, but it's not in this doc. He's saying it. So this doc is outdated enough.
In the actual updated recent rules, that isn't in a sexy looking PDF.
There's nothing, but they did grapple.
Yeah, I vaguely remember the grapple rules. It's quite annoying. Oh yeah, I found the doc it's in. Yeah. Roll a strength test. If their strength, so this is for the grappler. Where is it? Yeah. The creature being grappled is considered grappled, which means they cannot move, and all physical tests are made at -2 difficulty. You basically make opposed grapple tests, which in this instance is your magic test versus their grapple test. If their strength is higher than yours, then each test is like made at increasing difficulty. Yeah, that's fine. So, reading Bramblebind.
Bramblebind says, and is grappled.
Yeah.
Thus must make a grapple test to avoid being pinned.
Yeah.
They are automatically
So-
grappled, and then pinned is worse.
Yeah, so basically if the grapple is held for 3 rounds, so if they don't manage to escape for 3 rounds, the target is pinned and is basically grappled until, indefinitely, and the grappler. So basically,
The binds just get stronger and stronger.
yeah, so they wrap around them more and more.
Tests against my sorcery.
Yeah.
So my intelligence versus its strength. So that should be on the spell.
Yes, agreed.
The grappling is versus my magic, not my strength.
Yeah. What's yours is 13, correct?
It is if I'm channeling. Right now it's an 11. Do I need to
Okay.
roll?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But what it is basically he
It's
gets
gotta beat an 11, but
Yeah.
he's got a
no.
minus.
It
Huh?
has to make a strength test,
Mm-hmm.
but
At a
it
minus
gets
2
why to -2?
because of the spell. Because he's already grappled.
Oh, yes, yeah.
So
But he has a +2 because his strength is stronger than your intelligence.
he's what?
His
And
strength is
than your
stronger.
intelligence. He's a big troll.
These rules do need to be rewritten or I guess written. But yeah, basically he's like worming his way out because he's strong, so he gets a bonus. But it's fine. Yeah, so it's a straight roll.
Basically, he has an advantage because he's a large creature.
Yeah.
Of thing.
Oh,
But,
okay.
in D&D,
Okay.
when you're trying to grapple something bigger than you, it's
Yeah, I will make a note to revisit those rules because while they're good, they are badly written. Ow.
I've made another comment about grapple test
Nice.
versus strength versus int for Bramblebind.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a whole bunch of quite good comments. I've been reading through some of them, like, yes, I agree with these.
Well, the thing is, a lot of them have been addressed in the subsequent
I hope so.
docs. This is, yeah, this,
He just
This
didn't
is-
want to spam you with a bunch of issues resolved
yeah, exactly.
emails.
I know
Yeah, like
it's your
you
go.
Change log.
pretend that he's looked at them.
Shut up.
Well, I think it would be nice when we go, when or if we have a session of going through these, the newer rendition of the rules, just to make sure you don't get rid of this document because it has lots of pertinent.
Yeah.
things
I
that
haven't got rid of
as
any
well.
documents. There's
Sure,
6
but we
Google
should go
Docs
through this
worth
one.
of the same
comment.
rules. Full of
Um,
comments, yeah.
But we should definitely compare them to what's going on here because
Yeah.
there are things.
I want to like codify the current rules into a new doc and then compare the old doc and the new doc and see if we've made all the changes we need to. I think that's
We hope to
probably.
doing that at some point.
I will do that this week and send you the new doc, and maybe we can go through it at some point. Anyway, it's Einar's go.
Is it? Did it fail a test?
No, it doesn't need to yet.
Oh, it doesn't need to yet. Okay.
So it is grappled for this turn. You're guaranteed.
Yeah, so you casting the spell gives you 1 grapple. So if it can't escape for 2 more turns, then it's
It's
grappled forever. Yeah.
Okay, well, I will run up there and make an attack. Don't know if there's any advantage in these new rolls for attacking grapple creatures.
Oh,
Well, I don't know if you only get advantages after you've pinned it. Just something to consider. Possibly.
yeah. No, it just has -2 to everything.
Okay. I got a 14, which luckily my current melee value is 16 because of your added 2, but
Woo!
it does mean I got double 5s, so
Oh.
there is a crit on a 5 there.
Get in, lad.
So I roll a d6 for damage, plus 2 from being a brand, plus 5 for the crit. The d6 damage was a 2, so it's 4 plus 5 for 9 damage.
9, and then -2 for its armor. So 7 damage total. Okay, it's looking pretty banged up.
Like a decent hit. That would have killed a man.
Yeah, that
in
would have
this
killed
setting.
several men.
So he runs up and leaps for the pin troll and buries the sword probably to the hilt in some part of the
Yeah.
flesh.
Yeah. You see, Vesela runs up with her dagger, is all I can see that she has weapon-wise, and tries to recreate a similar effect. She rolls an 8, which is a success, so she deals max damage. 6 minus 2 is 4 damage. As she just like stabs her dagger into this thing's like giant bulbous stomach and rips it, and you see like this yellow fat pouring out, and it just is roaring in pain. Galak, is your go.
I'm gonna knock another arrow, shoot it in its eye.
Daggers are only -1 damage. I don't know where the other minus came from.
I didn't. It's got 2 armor. It needs another
right.
-1.
Yeah. Unarmed is -2 damage, and then daggers are light weapons are -1.
Yeah.
Medium weapons are.
So it's actually -3.
Yes.
Now that it's aware of us, do I still get that
No.
bonus from stealth? No.
No.
Gotta roll.
No.
Roll under an 11, my boy. That's a 9.
A 9. Good roll.
Only for 2 damage, unfortunately.
Okay, then that does nothing.
Yeah, I figured.
So it's the Glut Troll's turn. It will regenerate 4 hit points, and then it's going to swing one of its mighty hands down. Oh, ow,
And
that really hurt.
minus at a straight roll because it is grappled. Doesn't it have to break my grapple before it can attack?
Oh yeah, it actually does.
In D&D, wouldn't necessarily have to do that. I don't know if.
No, it does.
Or if just at a disadvantage.
No, it can attack. Which I'm gonna. Yeah, but it's at a -2. Yeah.
So does it hit?
Who's it hitting?
It's going for you.
Okay.
It rolls 5, 6, 7, 8, which is a hit.
Ouch.
You take 6 damage as it.
I have an armor of 3.
So you take
So
3
I take
total.
3
Yeah,
damage.
and its hand just literally comes down and like bang, just smashes down at you, and you kind of duck aside, but it catches your shoulder, and you feel like the joint like wrench painfully, but you sort of pull your arm back.
I imagine he was managing to like get that glancing blow because the vines are like pulling at the arm. As
Oh, that's such a cool image. Yeah. Like almost like Varuna's like trying to kind of mitigate the damage. I like that. I like that a lot. Speaking of Varuna, it's your go.
It's my go?
Yeah.
Okay. I am as Runa watches and is keeping the troll bramble binded and Einar strengthened. She's going to nick her thumb like on the edge of like her dagger and do like a line down the inside of shield where she's like kind of inscribed like the bramble bind, and she's going to maledict the troll on top of everything else.
Oh boy.
Challenging or channeling. So that is a. Ooh, I'm glad I channeled. 13, which is what I need.
Nice.
13. If
Yeah.
I meet.
Yeah, if you meet, yeah.
Okay, so it's going to take 1d6 damage, and is going to take a penalty to its next test equal to the damage taken, which is a 4. So the next time it's going to have a -6 because of the bramble bind and the malediction.
Nice.
Debuffs. Stack them debuffs.
Oh yeah.
Runa MVP. I know.
And I kind of picture that as like that malediction kind of like shadowy energy that kind of infuses the vines that are like inside it, so like that necrotic burning shadow kind of like leeches into its muscles as
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah.
pulling it back.
Nice. Through like all the spiny, thorny bits on the vines. So Vesla's up with me, daggering.
Yeah.
So I don't need to go anywhere. So I could use my, instead of moving, basically, I could use my shielding action to give a +1
Shield wall.
with the shield wall, and
Yep.
then I will strike with this sword. That time I rolled a 6, which is the best roll I've currently done so far, because I crit on 2 ones.
Nice.
So that is 1 additional damage, added to the 7 damage I have managed. So 8 damage. So not actually that much different to the last.
That's a good hit.
Oh, critical. Yeah, buried it probably again, equally into some exposed flesh.
Yeah.
Picking up swoon.
And Vesla is just gonna like continue to do the same, but she misses, unfortunately. She like goes to stab, and its hand like swings down, trying to kind of break the bramble bind, and it kind of and she like stumbles backwards to avoid being hit, and so can't get a hit in this round. We're back to the top. Gaelach.
I'm running low on these sharp flying pointy sticks.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that 10 in brackets, Liam, because I think you started with 20
Yeah, I was
and you
wondering.
used
Yeah.
2.
They
I
might
don't-
have
Maybe
spec
that was.
quiver.
I wondered if it was maybe the weight of it.
Or it
Given
could
that
have been
my-
the cost.
Maybe.
Or if you had like a spare quiver and you had 2 quivers of 10 or something. I don't know.
Oh, that could be it. That could be actually.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, in which case,
It might be that 10 arrows is an amount on that.
Yeah.
You know, like a medium amount,
Right.
or 2 arrows is a
Yeah.
medium amount.
18 takes 2 off for the 2 that I've already fired, so 16, and take another 1 off for the 1 I'm about to use, 15. And miss because I rolled like.
Oh, Liam.
Oh fuck! What is that? Like 14.
40.
14.
14.
5, 6, and 3.
Oh. Bad luck, buddy.
That's the way of it, isn't it?
The troll is going to go for.
Arrow quiver and 20 arrows is 10 silver.
That
in
was that.
brackets.
Thank you. That's
So
what
you
that was.
might have written down.
Oh,
10
you might have
silver.
just copy and pasted.
That's alright then.
It's going to go for Vesla.
She's being shield walled.
Yes.
With
So
a
that's
-6. So with the shield wall, it makes it a -7, technically?
no,
Technically.
no.
Oh,
No,
The
it
shield wall gives
armor,
armor,
it's a
so it
damage
reduces the
reduction.
damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
So
it rolls
-6.
a 9, and its melee is 15, so it does actually just succeed.
Oh,
Its
Son of a
melee is a 15, even with a -6?
No, its melee is a
No.
15, minus 6 is 9, and it rolled a 9.
Oh, damn.
So close. But it only does 4 damage.
which is shielded.
My
One
one.
by shield and 1 by light
Her
armor.
armor.
She has 2 armor, actually.
Oh right.
So
What,
She takes
so-
1 damage.
she takes
Takes
1
one
damage.
Super glad that he's not going for me.
You're miles away.
Well, you're shooting arrows, yeah.
That's my plan.
Yeah.
Zoning.
Runa. MVP.
Oh, it is me again. Alright, I am going to channel and do some more malediction curses, and that's gonna fall off the table, so I'm gonna pick it back up, roll it again. That is a 9, so that's a success. No doubles, so no bonus. Only 2 damage, so it'll have a -4 on its next thing.
Okay, and it takes no damage
But
from
it
that.
is now 2 failures in, so now it's pinned. So it's got a -4, so it's still -6
That's correct.
because it hasn't broken the thing. So it's a
Yeah.
-6 now. Still.
Yeah, forever.
Sweet. -6 forever.
Yeah.
And Runa will shout, "It can't move. Now you can back up and take it apart piece by piece."
If only I had a ranged weapon.
I have a spear if you'd like.
I mean, maybe.
But
That's not spear,
basically,
you throw it and you get him nine.
instead of doing the shield wall, you can attack, move away next round. You both can attack and move away, and it can't because there's no opportunity attacks. So you guys can kite it.
I think we talked about putting off.
There are
if they're not in this version of the rules, but also it is on a massive minus.
there are
there
opportunity
are
attacks. Yeah.
Oh, there are.
When you're in combat with an enemy and you move out of their reach, they trigger an opportunity attack. You may attack as soon as the
Okay,
movement
okay,
occurs.
okay,
Any
never mind.
character.
Never mind.
I'm just reading the bloody rules. Chill your herbs, woman.
I can throw stones at it.
It's up to you. You can keep smashing it if you like. Obviously.
What are you? Did you? Yeah, it's your go. I know. Sorry.
It is my go. It has massive minuses, and I don't have a range. Otherwise, it makes a lot of sense to step away and shoot it to death, obviously. But I will continue to stab for right now, and I will continue to shield my compadre, unless she's looking like she's going to back away.
No, she's not.
Okay. 12, which is under my thing, which I hit. I got no crits. I roll the dice. 5 damage.
Very nice. It's looking really rough. It's like a body is slowly being like constricted by the vines, and it's like movements are slowing, and
Having
it's
a bad
bleeding
day.
profusely. Yeah, it was just
One
enjoying
moment
some.
he's sitting there eating a goat.
Yeah,
Next moment, the marsh is trying to kill you.
exactly. Exactly. All right, and then it is Vessel's go. Yeah, she has a shield, which is why she's getting that bonus. She is going to use her heirloom dagger. Oh, that's a good roll. Double ones. So that's an 8, so she hits. So straight roll for this dagger. 6 damage. Nice. It's very nearly dead. Gaelach.
Take a wild guess.
You missed.
Oh no, I haven't rolled yet.
No.
I do. It's shoot an arrow.
I do enjoy that that was the guess.
Oh,
Though.
no, actually that was not, but it's a 9, which means this has to be a 1 or a 2. It's a 1. I hit. Come on.
Woo!
It doesn't matter though. It's only for 2 damage.
Oh,
Oh,
But if I'm hitting
Liam.
the eye, he doesn't get armor. Because he's in
It's
the
a-
eye. Armor in his
It's
eye.
No,
damage
did you
that
not
the
hear
spear
me?
didn't take before.
Well,
Sorry,
it's
what-
not because he takes 0 because he has 2 armor.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
But his eye doesn't have armor. Unless he has eye armor, which would be kind of cool.
I mean, it's spongy.
I mean, I did laboriously.
Is he
like-
regenning then away?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Do we
Yeah.
know of how to stop that?
Make me an intelligence test.
Do I need to do that on my turn?
No.
I'm not gonna pass it, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
I just
9. A 4, a 4, and a 1.
Is that
so
a success?
Crit success.
Oh. Yeah, you know, trolls really don't do well with fire.
I don't have any fire. Fire. Great, like I have no fire. Do you have fire?
I might. In a bit.
Actually,
I
my
have
medium items are
tinderbox.
camping supplies, so that's what I was
Yes.
thinking. Probably have a
Yeah.
tinderbox.
I was gonna say I actually do
Yeah.
have a flint and steel kicking about in my pack, so I could bust
So
it out, and light an arrow, and fucking go.
So do I. Something to do next time. Whose turn is it now?
Gaelach. Oh no, you it's the troll's turn. It's the
I just
troll's
arrowed
turn.
the boy.
It's the
I've
troll's
already-
turn.
Troll's turn.
Hey,
Minus
Einar.
6.
Reading me.
Yeah.
I would say that Vesla has her own shield and could have been using her other action to shield me in a shield.
We'll say she did that.
Probably did, 'cause
She-
that's what
so she did
and
that.
Dan were doing like,
Yeah.
all of the time.
It rolls a 10, which is a fail by 1.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
Shouldn't have been so cocky and let the grapple ride.
Runa, your go.
I am going to get out my flint and steel tinderbox and approach the thing and try and set it on fire. I don't have a torch apparently, but that could just be because. But there's plenty of wood around. So yeah, I'm gonna try and set the thing on fire.
Sure. Make me a wisdom test quickly.
Wisdom? Oh shit, I'm bad at wisdom. Oh no! Oh no! No.
oh.
That doesn't sound promising.
It was a 16 over an 8.
Oh man.
Unless I have like,
Set yourself
some
on fire.
sort of unless I have like, 8 points in it because of mysticism and beauty in nature.
Afraid not. Yeah,
I didn't think so.
you pick up a stake to light out of a puddle.
I just thought, because we leveled, did we say that we gain an extra trait per level, or were we thinking of an extra trait per 2 levels?
There is something about that. It's at the
First level you
traits
can do
bit.
traits, and then an additional trait at 3rd and 5th.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
Sad times.
sad times.
So I tried. Sorry, see.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You could have, magically leveled into being a camping expert.
Spends one day outside, is suddenly camping expert.
Exactly. I'm a god.
Yeah, you can't get it to light, I'm afraid. That's one of your actions.
It's okay.
But she had to move up there as well, so that was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Unless
that
Unless
is.
you want
Action
to
is
say that
one.
I was intelligent enough not to approach until I had lit it. My intelligence is an 11. What
Just
I've been-
if you were flint and stealing, you'll be getting to the thing and then doing.
Yeah.
To me anyway, you'd be
Yeah.
trying to spark the thing. There'd be no reason to spark it
Oh.
from 30 feet away or whatever.
Yeah, okay, I'm up there next to it. Thanks, Dan.
I'm gonna shield you. It's fine, and I'll kill the beast. Unless you were trying
Slay!
to light a torch or something next to
I
you.
was I
before
was saying
doing that.
yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
Okay.
Would I have been smart enough to try and light before approaching, or would I have approached and then tried to light like in
Well,
dong?
if it's a torch, I'll say you can have waited. So you have your other action.
Okay. With that not working,
Yeah. But you can't
Okay,
channel.
I just won't be. I can't channel, so I have to beat an 11. It's a 2. It's a 6. That's 6. That is a 14. So it fails, but it would have been a crit had it gone through. But so yeah, Runa is frazzled. Stupid sixes. Trying to. Should have kept attacking it, keeping the damage going. Oh well.
My go?
You go.
I am going to attempt to stabbage, and then with my second action, I might try light it on fire, but I have a very small chance of doing that if it's wisdom. Stabbage occurs. That is 9, with no crits, unfortunately. That is 4 damage. So 2 gets through.
Indeed.
I have to roll really low to set it on fire, but just for fun, I'm going to attempt it.
Triple one.
I got a 1 and a 2 and a 5. That makes 8, which is my wisdom.
Okay.
Did
So you are able to strike your flint and steel, and a large, or
so
you
taking your guidance.
Yeah.
Taking the guidance from Runa, I stab my sword in, and I maybe leave it in, and then attempt to light some of the vines or something wrapped around.
Yeah. I like that a lot. Yeah, and the vines begin to burn. I'm gonna give it some damage for that.
I'm not sure if like burning a thing that's being wrapped in vines is a good idea. It might release it, but it's also on fire. So
Yeah,
he would
and
try
it will
to pull
not
the sword
regen
out again.
next turn. Yeah, you can get your sword.
Yay.
Vesla was about to grab the flint and steel of Runa and say, "Give me that," because she's got +2 to be able to do that and everything. But instead, she's just gonna stab. She crit on a 4 and gets through. So 1d6 + 3, that's 5. This thing's looking real damaged, then it's not regenerating anymore as the fire like spreads on the vines around it, releasing this pungent and vile smell.
Hope we're all wearing our masks.
Yeah.
So it's me now, correct?
Yes.
That fire looks like it's gonna stick around for a while, right?
Yeah. Perhaps.
I was thinking I could light an arrow, try and light an arrow and shoot it, but if it looks like it's gonna stay, then I don't want to overexpose the. Overexpose them. What do I mean? I don't know what I mean. Let's roll that. 4 is 8, 2 is 10, which is less than my deck, so I crit on a 4.
Nice.
Get in. So 4 damage plus 4 for 8.
8 damage. Oh, 6 damage. Yeah.
With counting armor, 6 damage.
Yeah.
Is it not a bad hit?
Not at all, my son.
I actually hit him in the eye for 2.
I love the idea that all the previous ones have just been bouncing off the eye and you're just hitting the same mark repeatedly.
Ding ding. Oink, oink.
It's the troll's go, and for its last hurrah, is going to try and crush Einar. It's crit on a 2 there. For an
Would that
8.
-4?
-6, I believe still.
No, -4 because I. Oh yeah, because it's been Penta now. No, it's
Yeah.
just a -4.
Because
I didn't maledict.
Oh, I see. Well, it succeeds either way.
Okay.
Presuming I'm being shielded by Vesla, though you didn't.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a bad player.
That's okay.
Oh, you're dead, boy. You're dead. 13.
-4 because Vesla is helping me.
Yeah, so 9.
So that is 9 damage. So I'm on 2 health because I had 14 health due to the extra 3 health I got as a brand this level.
Yeah. So this fist like comes up and slams down towards you, and there's vines pulling at it. Vesla like trying to hold her shield up to block it from you, but nothing can stop it. It just crashes through everything, and just like sends you like stumbling and falling back into the like swamp water. You feel like your arm just feels like shattered and numb and like tingling, as like the shield takes the brunt of the hit, and you think you've probably like sprained your wrist or something with that, but you're still breathing, and you cough up a little blood, but you're still, you just like spit it out, and it mixes with the swamp water and like soaked in sweat and acrid liquid, but you're still alive, still pushing on.
I feel like he got some airtime. He was just smashing.
Yeah, he's
that like long skid through the mud.
Yeah, he's been
And then a
Hulk
cough.
v Loki'd.
Yeah.
Runa, it's your go.
You see me kind of
Okay.
shaking my head and getting back up to my feet or something.
Let's see. And how does the creature look at this point?
Really, really bad.
Well, I am going to stay where I am and try to channel more blood curses on it. That is an 11. So success. No bonuses or anything. Only 1 damage.
Oh, it's so killable right now.
Does magic ignore armor?
That's not a thing, I'm afraid.
That's my go. I'm staying up there with Vesla and Einar now.
Yeah, I know you're going.
So I know technically I didn't travel any distance, but I imagine he got knocked back at least 10 feet into the mud, and he kind of like stands up, and has like a kind of cough and spit the blood into the mud, and stands up again and looks terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably like picks his sword up, but in like a dagger grip.
Oh.
And like you say, like his shield arm is kind of a bit mangled, or at least sprained, and he is going to charge back in and leap. I will not die this day, and leap and then just plunge the thing, ideally somewhere near the head. Maybe it kind of like leaned over slightly to get the punch in. I got a hit on a 12, and then I did 5 plus 2 for 7 damage.
Yeah. So you like leap up, and it's kind of like rearing back to take another strike, like its arm is raised, and you just like leap and just plunge your sword into its neck, and you sort of like cleave part of its chin, and then like as you kind of slide down its grease and water like soaked body, you just like rip open its belly, and you just see like red bile and like matted fur and all kinds of disgusting stuff just come pouring out of its body as you like slide down like a pirate, like doing the dagger thing down a sail. You just rip it in two, and this thing just splits and collapses forward, and there is like viscera everywhere just flowing into the swamp water.
There is that bloody tooth grin.
Yeah, that was a fucking glut troll, boys.
Ouch.
Make sure it burns.
So that single punch there would have killed a second level character that wasn't around. Or if I hadn't have rolled quite so well for my hit dice, I guess.
For sure.
If I rolled 2 less on my hit dice, it would have died.
Yeah. Because you got the killing blow, you've felled a vicious beast, so you can't level up until Liam levels up, and until Jade levels up. But when that happens, you also level up.
I'm going to put. I might choose a thing though for my level and like put it in brackets.
Yeah, sounds good.
Where's Jade's level up? Well, it'd be kind of rude to level up when she's not here.
Yeah, she needs to aid another in their struggle. So she's guaranteed to level up when she you know,
Mhm.
deals with this quest, but you know, it's not really one. It's not an easy one to do, like quickly. Whereas like
Yeah.
Fell of Vicious Beast is like, you know.
I mean,
Agreed.
I took a hit that could kill a person, kill a
Oh
character.
yeah,
face, and
I'm
was
not
told,
saying what you did was
"Take
easy.
this."
I'm just saying like
Yeah.
from a story perspective, it's a bit more
Mhm.
like. But yeah, you can have a look inside the cave and stuff as well if you like. Anyone can make a wisdom test to do that.
I'm so good at wisdom.
I'll go run down and also have a look.
Nope.
I got a 13. Afraid I
I
didn't.
want to-
but
I want to
also,
run
So
on
did
all-
I.
I can't see for the blood in my eyes. Maybe you're
I want to
helping
run
me
on
to.
all fours, but I don't know if that's mechanically possible. As a human. That's 11. My wisdom is 10. So nope.
Thankfully, you all brought Jade along, because she has a +2. So well, I mean, she succeeds anyway.
Yeah.
So she, like you see Vesla kind of rooting around, and she picks up this small rock with this like symbol carved into it, a rune, and she sort of looks at it for a bit and like holds it up to her ear, kind of frowns, and then turns towards you, Runa. Kind of walks over and she says, "I found this. I think it might be better if you try it." And you like take it. You take it. It's a small stone with a rune inscribed on it. The rune looks something like a stylized like lightning bolt with a cloud, and you hold it up to your ear as she had, and you can hear like a kind of scratching sound, like you can hear the rune being carved, but it's just constantly sort of playing from this rune, kind of like if you've ever played Dishonored, that sort of like creaking, scratching sound.
Do I recognize what this is and what it does?
Yeah, you think this has been inscribed with a spell, particularly the Summon Storm spell, which is on page 25 of the doc.
Yes. I have
So you can
read it. That
you
is
can
very powerful.
you can cast it once, and then the rune is used up. It's basically a spell scroll, but you can't inscribe or learn it or anything.
Gotcha.
It's a one-time use. But yeah, I think that's where we'll leave it for now.
Before we go,
Oh, yeah?
can I have a quick glance around the trolls? I'm gonna say layout.
Area?
Yeah, area. There you go. Troll area. Let's see if I can find anything.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
An injured creature, perhaps.
Is the goat still alive?
Poor goat.
I would also ask if there is any sign of Brathbart.
Bodvar.
Vaudeville.
Brathvar. Here.
Yeah.
Toll.
You don't see any signs of humans. It looks like most of the kind of bones and stuff are animal. Liam, do you have a wisdom test for me?
Oh, sorry. 3, 6, and 4 is 10, which is my wisdom. I don't know if you can crit
Yeah,
checks.
you
but I
hear
got 2, 3.
you hear a sort of small bleating, and you look over and you see like one of the troll's massive arms is laying over a struggling lamb that's like trying to kind of wiggle its way out.
I'm going to try and shift the troll's arm and help the lamb get out.
Yeah, give me a strength test.
Oh dear. What's my... Oh dear. 4 and 4 is 8 and... Nah.
Yeah. So you kind of push it, and the lamb is like wiggling, but you can't quite move the arm.
Alright. Instead, I'm going to take out my dagger and try and carve the troll's arm.
Ooh.
Carve the piece that's over the lamb out so that it's easier to move.
Yeah, that's gnarly. I'm gonna say sure.
Can I try to help him with the spear?
Yeah,
Try and leverage it up
yeah,
so he doesn't hurt the lamb.
yeah, I like that. So like after you spend some time, but eventually you're able to like,
Take a little while.
yeah, it takes a little while, but you manage to get it out, and the lamb kind of immediately like scampers to its feet, kind of stumbling, and like runs off a little bit, and then like kind of once the panic has died down, its heartbeat slows a little bit. It kind of like begins walking back out towards you. It's like covered in blood. Its wool is like, you know, stained red, but it kind of approaches and begins like nibbling on the hem of your shirt.
Yeah, he like kneels down, gives it a little pat, and like tries to clean off some of the blood. Just like brushing it down, not terribly. Like
You can definitely clear off some of the bits. Yeah. Yeah.
I look at like straight in the eye and just say, "You're free now. Go." And then, like,
Continues nibbling on your shirt.
you don't want to be going this way, my little buddy. Little buddy.
Little buddy.
You're no safe here.
After a little bit of shooing, it will reluctantly leave you, but kind of stays watching from the tree line.
He'll just kind of shake his head. Just go easy with some animals.
And I think we'll call it there.
Cool.